Hey everybody, here is the LuminTop EDC05C. Wanted to show you all this thing and tell you what's up with it. This is a 14500 powered flashlight. It is a 14500 only powered flashlight. It says in the manual, do not use a AA, do not use an NIMH. I don't know what it would do. Maybe it would be underpowered, maybe it would mess it up. I'm not going to try it, just going to go with what they say. It's important to know that there is two different LED platforms coming out of this thing. You have out the front a Cree XHP 35, and out the side is some Nichia side little lights there. There's actually 4 of them. We'll turn it on and show you that. The max lumen out the front is going to be 500 lumen claimed, and on moonlight mode, on low power, it is going to be, they claim 15 days of use on low power mode. Let's turn that on and show you that. They claim that in this mode right here, this light with a 14500 will run for 15 days. I haven't tried it. I'm going to take their word for it. It's pretty awesome. If that's the case, that is amazing. I can see that. I mean, it's pretty low power. This light has a micro USB charging port right in the side. In this light, I'm using a Nitecore 14500, and I've already charged it up once. Just a heads up, when you're charging it, a little light shows up in this button, a little red light, and then when it's done charging, there is no light. It'll look just like this. No light to turn green or anything like that. You go from red to nothing. When you see nothing, you know that you're ready to disconnect and take off. Another thing to note is that right there, when you're pushing down on it, getting that port closed back up, you got to kind of work it down in there. But once you get it, it stays in there. That's a good thing. I like that. It's a tight fit. They cut it out to where that rubber is actually a good bit larger than the hole in the aluminum there. They did a good job with that. While we're talking about rubber components, one thing that I wasn't really too crazy about is this material right here is pretty much feeling like the same type of material that black rubber is. This feels like a white rubber, and I was kind of surprised by that. I was kind of hoping that this was going to be some type of hard plastic or something like that. I'm afraid that over time this white rubber is going to eventually try to deteriorate and not be as durable as, say, a hard plastic would be. It's a neat feel, but I don't know how that's going to last in time. Just throwing that out there. It's just my opinion. I may be completely wrong. I may carry this thing for the next 10 years and never have an issue. I just wonder how well it's pieced and put down in there. We'll see. This is the initial impression. If something acts up or goes different with it, like any of my reviews, I'll come back at you and let you know what's up. Another thing is the little spots that you see right here. That is how they keep this light cool. Those are like the cooling joints, and it also gives it a good, not really a lot of traction, but it does keep it from slipping around. So, I mean, I guess it does give it some traction. It's just not quite the amount of traction that you would get out of, you know, a crazy pattern right there or whatever. You know, it just gives it to where it's not going to be slipping out of your hand if it was just completely smooth like that. Another point that I want to bring up is this clip on the website. It says this is a stainless steel clip, but in the manual it says that this is a titanium coated clip. It looks like titanium. I'm no metals expert. It is a nice, well-made clip. I appreciate the deep carry clip, and it's been allowing the light to get really low in the pocket and be protected. It looks like titanium. It is going to be fine for me. I'm not a metals collector. I don't collect lights because they're made out of any particular metal. I feel like they did an upgrade here instead of just the regular stainless, and definitely not gonna knock them for that. It's funny that it's coated. Could have been solid, but that's what they went with, and cool. You know, the little battery door right here requires a special key that comes with the light. The key is gonna say poorly made. It is poorly cut, and when you put it in there, as you can see, it's kind of been scratching up the battery door and causing a little bit of character. Not too worried about it. I use my stuff, so I'm not worried about what this thing looks like completely. I'm not trying to put it on a shelf and show it off or anything like that. But do note how that stainless doesn't look quite like that clip. Kind of leaning me toward that would be the titanium coated like the manual says, versus the website saying that it's just stainless. Pretty interesting. While we're on the topic of character, I do want to show you this light has some character straight out of the box. Let me try to show it to you. We're gonna get up close here and try to get the camera to zoom in on that right there. That was right out of the box. I haven't dropped this thing or anything like that, and already had a little bit of character there, and that scratch that y'all saw just a second ago on the battery door, that was there also. Again, I carry my stuff, so I'm not worried about it, but if anybody is planning on getting one of these and you use the link that I gave you down in the description, you're going to wind up having the possibility of having some character on this thing. BangGood shipped it out like this. It is what it is. Sorry, BangGood, but got to be honest with my viewers. You shipped out a light that had some scratches and stuff on it. Not really sure what that was all about. I'm using it, rolling with it, not worried about it. But if anybody's out there going to put this thing on a shelf and try to show it off, then just know that you're going to have that to deal with if you use the BangGood store as a point of purchase. Let's go ahead and get into the operation of this thing. To get this side light to turn on, at any time you double press this button. In order to turn this on, you quick press this button. If you want to turn this light on in moonlight mode, you hold down. If you want to turn this side light on in moonlight mode, you have to turn on the out the front light. Wasn't really sure why they did that. I guess that was the only way they could get this up in moonlight mode. Let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we hold down on it, front light, moonlight mode. Now to get this on, double press. And you see how that's pretty solid if it's facing right at you, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 LEDs up through there. So that's moonlight mode with the side light. Now we can throttle through this side light by pressing and go up through high, low, medium, back to high. If you ever want to get this side light back into moonlight mode, you have to come up in moonlight mode on this front light and then double press back into that, just like I showed y'all. Thought that was interesting. I was kind of hoping that they would have moonlight in the cycle that we were going through right now, but they didn't do it that way. That's okay, just work around it, but just wanted to let y'all know. Now, to get back to front light mode, we double press. You're noticing right there that it's glowing a little bit of glow in the dark material over that, and perhaps that's why they went with that material type, is because it is a glow in the dark material. Now we're in front mode. This is just going to cycle through just like the side light does, through low, medium, high. Again, same as the side light. If you want to get it back in moonlight mode, you have to hold down from off. Now we're in moonlight mode. Now you can continue with the front or double press to get to the side in moonlight mode. That's the operation of it. Claimed 500 lumen. We're going to get it out tonight, show y'all what it looks like, and maybe even compare it next to its little friend, the LuminTop Tool AA 2.0. And I'll try to give you a size comparison right now, kind of tell you what's up size wise. That way those of you that are familiar with the tool can see what's going on with it. We appreciate these well-made lights, LuminTop. Y'all keep doing a good job with them. The other thing to note is this right here. This tail is magnetic. I've been sticking it down on stuff, turning on the side light, giving myself a good amount of work light. I think they did a good job with it. There's a couple things, like I've noted, that I was curious about, interested about, and mostly pleased with it so far. Here's another look at those two, tool versus EDC05C. The diameter is a little bit larger on the EDC05C, and you have an orange peel reflector versus the smooth reflector on the tool. Both are running 14500s. Be a pretty fair comparison. I wanted to show y'all the side light first. That's in moonlight mode. That's the lowest setting. And once we press the button, we'll lose that moonlight mode and go on through the 3 levels that it now has to offer: low, medium, high, which is a lot of light for working on something. You're going to wind up using that in this type of setting where you're reading or doing something that you are going to be seeing in close proximity. And then that's going to really light up a much larger area. That's still the side lights lighting up the grass out here. And then we'll turn it off and show you how it dims down. It's pretty dark without it. That's the side lights. And we'll go from there. That's the out the front light. And I had to bring it up to medium power. You can't even see it on low power. That fence line over there, I'm going to guesstimate 30 feet away. And then that is the brightest setting of the out the front light on the EDC05C. And now let me bring up the tool. There's the tool AA, and that's on the highest setting. I'm going to do a little side by side for y'all. There we go. Got both lights positioned now. And on the right is the EDC05C. On the left over here is the tool AA. And I'm definitely seeing that those two are going to be about even. I've been looking at them out here a little bit before I started this video up. Kind of been cheating, getting some pre-game going, and noticing that they're both equivalent in tint and amount of light that they're putting out. Pretty much the same in distance too. I'm no expert, and I've always wondered what the difference of the smooth reflector versus the orange peel reflector was, and I don't know why people prefer one over the other. I really don't, because I'm seeing both of these lights right now performing the same, and the one is smooth and the other is an orange peel. There's the tool with the smooth reflector, and then the EDC05, oops, didn't mean to blind you, sorry, with the orange peel. And they both perform the same. What's up with that? But anyway, there they were. Y'all get an idea of what they can do, and mainly what we were looking at is that right there, and you get an idea of what it can do and what it can handle. Very nice. Thank y'all for watching. If you have any questions, hit it up.